Welcome back to part 13 of the 159 project. If you could give this a bit of a like, maybe subscribe, that would make me really happy forever. So please do. Anyway,
so the situation, what's concerning me is this bracket. I couldn't get behind it to clean it up. You can see that it's going to rust behind that. So what I think I'm going to do, I think there's what looks to be four. Yeah, a few of these. It needs a good going over again, doesn't it? But a long time this has been sat with just primer on it, just cheap primer. So I think it's done pretty good, considering, you know, it's just a thing ready to prep your paintwork, to prep your metalwork. Yeah, see. So we're gonna have to go at it again, but I want to take this bracket off and clean that up separately. So I'm going to do that now. So I drilled those out, and now it has sprung away on this side, but not quite this side. So I'm just going to give it a little bit of gentle persuasion. See if we can get that off. So now that's off, you can see that behind it it's fairly corroded. So I can straighten this up now and we'll give it some proper acid. Could even zinc plate it. Yeah. So, and then under here, that's what we've got behind it. So I'm glad I took it off, because it did have some rust behind there that I was never going to get unless I took that off. So let's clean that up. So I needn't have worried too much about that little bit of surface rust that was coming through. It literally gets blown off in one pass. So that's good. This is cleaned up all right. So, and I'm using this knackered disc that's no good whatsoever. That oil's from that V8 there. Don't worry about that. So yeah, I'm just going to go in these areas and just give it a once over, a clean up. Stick some acid on, and then we'll be able to get the epoxy resin down under here. Yeah, this is I mean, considering the amount of months that this has been stood like this, it's pretty good. Yeah, I'm quite impressed with that stuff. It really has held it back considerably. Nothing. And this is just primer, a bit of sealant in there. Good stuff. I mean, this weld in here, look at that weld. That's, you don't normally see that. That's a proper continuous weld. I mean, this is the area, this is where I thought this was rusting originally when I looked in this engine bay. And it wasn't rust, it was a lump of weld. But anyway, we're at this point now, aren't we? So we may as well carry on. Because there was some rusty bits there, wasn't there? in there was rusty, pretty bad. Wasn't great up there. I'm just going to climb over this small engine. Look at this side. This hasn't had any primer on it. This is purely the acid. Let's get a bit more light on the job. Yeah, that's kind of started to rust a little bit. But I'm going to do the same with this side, aren't I? So, yeah. But she is solid metal under there. This is pretty much a before picture, isn't it? This is what it was like before. I gave it a quick clean up this side. And that's okay. It's the thinnest of thin metal, that anyway. It's not structural, it's just to cap it off. So here's the situation where we are. And then the after of the I've got to replace these fixings for the wheel arch liner. But yeah, it's I'll do for a first coat of that stuff. Obviously I've been back in there, cleaned them all up, prepped them all again, and then mixed up this epoxy resin primer from Rustbuster, and I applied it with a brush as the spray gun decided it wasn't going to play ball. So next job is to seam seal all this and then run over it all again with another coat of epoxy. And then finally on the top, I'm going to use some of that Raptor bedliner stuff in black to seal it all and make it look nice. So the oil pump is off. That is off. Things are looking pretty clean in there. Good stuff. Rear crank seal is off. And we've put one coat of satin black stuff on it, and here's another one, I think. I didn't really do much with the oil pump still on, so yeah. Clean up. Dripped oil on the floor already, obviously, of course. So yeah, new big ends to go in. So on some of the parts we've got new alternator belt, new water pump, big end bearings, head bolts, rear crank seal, new cam belt, and some lube. That's just some of the bits we've got. We're getting there. We're getting there now. I've got this mess to sort out, which is the engine loom. It's all going to get retaped, redone, sorted out. I think that's the original sump from this engine, not sure. All this turbo and other bits and bobs to clean up. Got some mounts that all needs cleaning up. Some fuel system pieces, an ECU, high pressure fuel pump. Now I've managed to clear some space in here. That's the 2.4 10 valve JTD engine.
brand new to go in the Maria project. Yes. This is just a pile of 2.4 engine bits. The de-swirled inlet manifold. So, already fitted on another engine, but taking it back off again. So a lot of cleaning up to do, cleaning stuff and putting back together, coming up very soon. So thanks again for watching. Please like and subscribe and do all the YouTubey stuff, because it does help. It really does. See you next time. I can bring them in warm, or I can bring them in cold.